You failed the same way before, you know that. You felt it right when it happened, that familiar drop in your stomach, the voice saying not again. But here's what nobody's told you. That moment wasn't weakness, it wasn't a character flaw. It was your brain doing exactly what it was trained to do. Here's what your body is actually doing. Most people think repeated failure is a motivation problem. They think if they just wanted it more, they'd stop self-destructing. The science says something completely different. Your brain has a system, a deeply wired loop, that actively rewards failure under certain conditions. Not punishes it, rewards it, and once you understand that loop, you stop blaming yourself. And you start working with your brain. Think about the last time you broke a streak. Maybe it was a study routine, maybe it was going to bed on time. You were doing well, then one day you missed. And instead of just moving on, something happened, you kept missing. One skipped workout became 2, one late night became a week of 3 a.m. scrolling. One bad meal became 3 days of eating whatever. You probably told yourself it was laziness, or stress, or that you just didn't want it enough. But that's not what was happening. There's a reason the second failure is always easier than the first. There's a reason quitting feels like relief instead of defeat. Your brain runs on a system called the dopamine reward loop. Every time you do something that feels good, dopamine fires. But dopamine doesn't just fire when you succeed. It also fires in anticipation of a reward, even a reward that never actually comes. When you fail at a habit and feel bad, your brain releases cortisol. Cortisol makes you uncomfortable, and the fastest way to kill it, dopamine. So your brain points you toward the easiest dopamine source available: scrolling, junk food, procrastination, whatever gives you the fastest hit. The stress of failing makes your willpower physically less effective. Guilt isn't your solution, it's part of the trap. Your brain builds a map of reality based on past experience. If your past says I fail, your brain will start generating that outcome automatically, but learned loops can be unlearned. Here are 5 things you can start doing today. First, never miss twice. Second, shrink the habit immediately after failing. If you missed a 30-minute workout, do 2 minutes. It breaks the failure signal. Third, reframe the language you use after a slip. Instead of I failed, say, I paused. Neutral language keeps your willpower online. Fourth, use implementation intentions. Say, when I sit down after dinner, I will open my notes for 10 minutes. Bypasses decision making. Fifth, build a recovery anchor, a 5-minute walk or a glass of cold water. It's about training a consistent response to failure. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent about what you do next. The loop isn't permanent.